but
Britain
when
has opted out of it.
yeah, so that means Northern Ireland will be out of it as well.
Oh wow!
Well, Southern Ireland will still be in.
Oh wow! PNP News is now live. Okay, let me refresh this just to double check that. It's not showing up on my notifications, but I'll take the notifications word for it. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's saying he's live 30 seconds ago.
Y'all see anything?
Yeah, no, I clicked on it and then I started hearing mad echoes, so I tuned out of it. But I believe you are live. It's from what I just saw. You are.
Yeah, I am live. Penny News is in there. Gary W. News.
Yeah, what it showed me is that you're clicking on settings right now.
I'm done. It'll catch up.
Gary hit his camera.
I'm watching it on YouTube.
Steven, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here. I just have to keep my mic on, or my sound on YouTube.
The camera shy.
Oh, cool. Are you able to post in the comments, Steve, invitations for anybody who wants to join this?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, let somebody else do it real quick. I don't think I can do that from the way I got this set up right now.
Not you, Stephen Melcher. I meant PNP News. There's PNP News is also named Steve. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
This is cool. It really is. It's a pleasure. This is what I've always wanted. You know, when I do my live streams, when anybody does these live streams, I want everybody to have an opportunity who is willing to not only show their face, but let somebody, even if you're not willing to show your face, if you're willing to let somebody hear your voice, that to me is what it's all about.
Well, we still plan on doing the one we talked about where we do 5 auditors and 5 subscribers, but they have to do video.
I think it's going to get bigger than that if we send the invitation out.
I think we need to go try it with 5 each first. That's 10 people, 12 people total.
Right. Well, even if it's just you and me, and then we have 8 other people, that would be fantastic. You know, 8 other people who aren't auditors, but who are just supporters. That would be great. It's all about communication and kind of family. Like, you guys are my family kind of shit. You guys might not realize that, but you guys really are in my mind. It's really cool.
Well, I spend more time talking to you I do my sister and mother and father. And
you haven't called me in weeks.
I'm talking to you right now. And we talked last week.
I know. I gotta fuck with you, though. See, if I didn't love you, I couldn't fuck with you, you know what I mean?
Really?
Hey, PNP, is there a way I can turn your volume down?
No, but I can. Is it too loud for everybody?
No, you just got a deep voice, and it's like pounding in my eardrums.
It may just be your setup. Is it too loud for you, Silent?
No, I can see what he's saying, though. You do have a prevalent voice in the whole thing, I guess. You're maybe louder than the rest of us.
How about I move the mic away? The gain's all the way down, so.
Sounds good to me. I don't have any issues with it.
It's all good. I'll just turn my volume down.
Right on.
Is it still too noisy? Too loud?
No, you're good.
Right.
I think we just need to put Stephen Melcher in timeout. It's so cool to be able to communicate with you guys like this. You know, it's just mind blowing to me that, you know, we're coming into 2018, and to be able to have this level of technology and to be able to see you guys like this, it blows my mind. It blows my fucking mind.
Well, you know, we could use this and have, say, 1 or 2 auditors, or just one. It doesn't really matter. and a new person out on the street, and that auditor could be coaching him through live.
Yeah. If any auditor hits the streets and he needs coaching, there's a problem there in and of itself.
Yeah, maybe he's out by himself. He or she's out by himself and just wants a little moral support.
Yeah, versus having to call Felipe or dial 911.
Well, we could we don't even have to do it live on YouTube. We could just do a Zoom call and we'd be watching, and then have any numbers that we need ready in case we need to call somebody. And then hit live and tell everybody, call these mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would have helped out Silent Citizen and California Guardian that one time. When they were getting pepper sprayed. Nobody knew the number for Felipe, and like, who the hell? How do we get a hold of his number?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we call Felipe? Yeah, because California Guardian was yelling at the top of his lungs, "Call Felipe! Call Felipe!" Like, how does anybody call Felipe? So.
Because nobody knew his number.
Right, that's a good point. I mean, what do you think about all this, Gary, as far as the live streaming and possibly utilizing some of this to the rest of the
I think the live streaming and everything is absolutely marvelous, to be honest with you. I mean, I can't afford to phone the US when anything happens to you guys. But the best of it is we can soon look up on, Facebook or something, find an email address and wang an email through saying, what the hell do you think you're doing? So, it's not as though our hands are tied here to help you guys as well.
Yeah, and then you guys can tell us where the city's at, and we can get on their Facebook and put it on there, and they have to literally go on there and see it every day, what you posted.
Somebody said something about an echo. I want to plug this in and see if there's a wrong damn headset.
It might be because you're watching YouTube also right now.
Yeah, I think that's what was giving echo on mine. So I'm going to leave here and see if it gets rid of the echo on YouTube. Bye.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry, I had to turn my TV off.
Oh, you're good. I thought one of us muted you. I was trying to unmute you.
I'll try my settings here and change this. The Yeti microphone. Say something. Let me see if I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right on. Okay, so...
Turn my volume up a little bit. Now, people, are we still getting the echo?
Nope, no more echo.
It's clear.
I'm actually able to look at the live stream on YouTube, see the chats coming through. Pretty cool.
All right.
I had to mute my YouTube, but no, this is awesome.
Well, it was either me going to the headset or him going off. But I think it's his headset because I think it was just picking it up back over here on the other one, but we'll see.
Did I'm looking at the comments. You didn't post the link.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, post the link so that anybody else might have a chance to join this.
All right. Well, it's going to change the screen for a minute, but because I can't copy and paste. Well, maybe I can come down here and copy and paste.
Yeah,
I can't.
Actually, it should give you an option just to. There should be a button that says copy URL.
Yeah, yours does. Mine doesn't.
Oh, really?
Mine won't.
Oh, just a minute. Here it is.
Mine won't let me invite them in. I can paste in the chat.
Gary from the UK, there actually is a chat function on Zoom.
It's down at the bottom.
Yeah, there is a chat function on Zoom. There's only like 3 comments in there, but there is a chat function.
And I'm leaving the chat from Zoom out of the picture. I'm not going to put it in there.
Okay, so yeah, PNP News just posted a link to the Zoom meeting. They might also need the Zoom ID number.
It's in the link.
It's all there.
It's in the URL. The last 9 numbers. The 9 numbers at the end.
67996-8460.
Okay. Be interesting to see if anybody else joins. Pleasure having you guys with us. Really is.
Yes, there is a chat function on Zoom.
Oh, this is a trip, man. This is really neat to me.
Well, I was looking at monitors because I want to get a new monitor. So I can have 3 here. I can have like the chat from YouTube over here, and then I have my screen here where I'm seeing YouTube. And then over here, then I've got the functions for OBS, so I don't have to switch back and forth.
PNP, are you using actual monitors or are you using TVs?
One's a TV, one's a monitor.
Actually, probably going TV would be a little cheaper on you.
Yeah, and I got so many damn TVs already, though. But I was thinking about upgrading to a 4K monitor. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may just leave it like it is, because I've got a TV up there that I can put the 3rd screen on, and it's a big screen TV. But I really don't like looking up there and past all this to try to see it.
Yeah, if you could see PNP News, his studio, he's got a badass little operation going on, man. He really does.
If it wasn't such a mess, I'd show y'all, but...
We want to see the shrimp, man. Where are the shrimp?
They're right there. But they got their little coats on because it's cold down here.
How cold is it there?
It's only like 29. It's not real cold.
29 ain't bad.
No, it's bad for here. People aren't used to it that much. We get a couple of days a year like that, maybe very seldom. But it's going to be like below freezing and close to freezing for the next 2, 3, 4 days.
In Texas, don't you guys get an inch of snow and it shuts you guys down?
Yeah, pretty much. But not so much that the roads get closed down. It's we have too many idiots out there that don't know how to drive in the snow.
Oh.
Yeah, and they close the roads down because they're too stupid to stay off the roads because they don't know how to drive.
Damn, Stephen Meltzer's smoking that good shit.
No, coffee down the wrong tunnel.
Don't lie to us, Steven, man. You're live on fucking YouTube, dude. Don't lie to us.
I cannot deny or confirm it.
You smoked, but you did not inhale.
Yeah, I did a Bill Clinton thing.
Gary from the UK just said his room's a mess. Leave it to a British man to say his room's a mess. That was the cleanest room I've seen in a long time, Gary. Oh shit. PNP's on the move.
Must be on a beer run. Getting his Cooler Light.
Yeah, so for those of you guys who don't realize this, this is Stephen Meltzer here with us, you guys. Gary from the UK was on with us earlier.
Yeah. He's shy. He doesn't want to show us his face.
Yeah, well, because his room's a mess. You know, he chose to go back to just commenting. I don't blame him. You know, he's still drinking his coffee, trying to wake up. He was combing his hair earlier, you guys. You know, Gary from the UK. Everybody who's watching, Gary from the UK was combing his fucking hair earlier. So, love you, Gary, man. Thank you so much for joining. A lot of us in the U.S. are very interested in what goes on over there, whether or not our rights are similar. And Gary was talking with us, and he basically confirmed that, you know, the rights that you have over in the U.K. are extremely similar to what we have over here. So
yeah, I watched some of the videos from over there, but there's not a whole lot of them.
There aren't, and I was disappointed to see, or I'm still disappointed to see that there are no silent treatment videos in the UK. So Gary from the UK, he's going to be the first one.
Don is here.
But Bunny Boots is here now.
I think our civil rights came from the UK.
I see Don, but I don't see Bunny Boots. Oh, you mean in the chat? Bunny Boots in the chat.
Yeah, hey, Bunny Boots, join this fucking Zoom meeting, man. The link is all up in the top of the description. Post that link again, Steve. PMP. We got a new guy named Don here. Don, are you there? Don, if you're having a hard time joining,
OBS FU, is that fuck you needs some more improvement, or OBS what? What does FU stands for? He's not gonna join. He's gonna be bashful. He doesn't love us no more.
What's up with Don, man? There's a new guy named Don that just joined. What's going on with him? Do you see that, PMP?
I see it, but nothing going on there.
Is his mic muted?
No.
He's gone now.
But you got control.
I don't have control. You're running the show.
No. It's your Zoom. It's your Zoom.
No, it's not.
Yes, I'm just capturing your Zoom.
No way.
Yes.
What?
I am. Did you join my Zoom or did I join your Zoom?
Good point. What the?
This is your Zoom and I'm doing it live.
This is weird.
I captured it. I captured it with OBS right now.
It's copyrighting, yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'll have to edit that part out so they won't know. They can't prove it's yours.
I know nothing.
I don't know why are people, you know, I put that video up about the flag and mine is doing fine. I'm not getting any, you know, nobody's giving me any shit about it. Well, I mean, except from the comments, but YouTube hasn't done anything. And they shouldn't because there's nothing in it. The one, who was it, California Guardian or one of the others, got a strike because they said it was violent. There's nothing violent in there unless YouTube has declared that blue flag a violent act.
Yeah, the Blue Line Matter flag. For those of you guys who don't realize this, California Guardian mirrored the petition video that PMP News had put up about trying to get the Blue Lives Matter flag, or the Blue Line flag rather, taken down, and he actually got a community strike for it.
The Blue Thug flag?
YouTube won't let me post the link to Zoom anymore. Every time I try to post it, it comes up with an error saying, oops, remove any web addresses and try again.
Bunny Boots, I'm not sure what you're saying. But PNP isn't big enough to be a problem. We have to fix. Oh, maybe that's it. He's saying my channel's not big enough to be a problem.
Well, right before that,
at least I think that's it.
Well, right before that, he said he's not drunk and high enough for this.
Now.
Well, neither am I, but I'm here. I got my coffee. Oh, I got to get some more. I'll be back.
Is NNH having problems with it, Dave? With your Blue Lives Matter flag? The video? Are you still able to hear me?
I'm still able to hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, P&P just jumped off to grab some coffee real quick. Yeah, he bailed out on us. That's a good question. I wonder if NewsNet Houston is catching any flack for that.
I know he put it up. I don't know if Bunny put it up on his yet.
Fuck, I'm scared to put it up online now after that. I've never had a community strike. I've never had a privacy complaint. Part of these guys are catching them all the time, though. It doesn't make any sense to me. I should have had multiple privacy complaints and community strikes. But,
But you might not have that many viewers like where California has, and
P&P's back. P&P, Stephen Melcher wants to know if NewsNet Houston had any issues with his putting up the Blue Line petition.
I don't think so, but I don't remember him saying one way or the other.
because he has a hell of a lot more viewers than you and Silent.
That he does, but California Guardian, I mean...
I don't know how many subscribers the California Guardian gets.
It's got about 16G.
Yeah,
16.
Well, I'm a little over 10,000.
Yeah. And you never had any issues with it?
Nope.
P&P?
Nope. Somebody got a strike for copyright strike too, but they didn't notify me about it, and I didn't turn them in for it. Anybody wants it, they can have it. I don't care, but now everybody's scared to put it up, and that's maybe what they're trying to do.
Right.
But they could always tweak it to where it's their work in it too, so why would it matter that way?
It doesn't make any sense. YouTube doesn't make any sense a lot of times. I have videos that I've put up. If it's not a video that I need to put up right away, I'll hold it for a while and let them go through it and then say it's okay for monetization or not. And then I'll put it up. And sometimes I put one up and it's not monetized at all because there's no need to, or because of it's somebody else's video and it's like a news story or something, and I won't monetize that because you get a strike against that. But other times they'll say it's okay. They pass it. They say it's monetized, and it's okay to be monetized. And then I put it up, and they demonetize it. And they may do it 2 or 3 times, which it's not that big a deal because I don't need the money, but I use it to support other functions in here. You know, like equipment or travel, or I used it to help News Now travel sometimes. I used it to help Bunny Boots come down to Texas, things like that. You know, that's what I use most of it for. So it's not that big a deal.
I've seen some videos that were right where they should have pulled off, and they never did, and something that was peaceful and calm, they pulled off. I'm sitting there like, oh, the hell, that don't make any sense.
There's a bunch of them like that. Dave, News Now's had several of them like that. We all have, where there's absolutely nothing in there. That one video I did, and I think I told Silent about it, where I did a test, and I did it about my shrimp. All right?
Yeah, I seen that one.
And they demonetized it. And there was absolutely nothing in there. But I put shrimp alert or something like in there, just to put a word in there that might catch their attention. And then about 2 days later, they came back and monetized it. So, I mean, it's not a big enough video to make any money, but who gives a shit? You know, it's not what it's about anyway.
Hey, can you post the Zoom meeting ID again? It won't let me post it in the comments on YouTube. It refuses to let me post that.
It's too technical?
No, when I paste it in, it says remove any web address that you put in and try your comment again.
A silent Control V.
Fuck you, Stephen Melcher. Put Stephen Melcher in timeout, man.
We can't do that on Zoom. You can. I can't.
No, this is your. It's my Zoom meeting, but it's your YouTube stream. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, but that's not going to stop him from talking. That'll stop him from putting anything in the chat on Zoom, on YouTube, but it won't stop him from talking.
And you haven't added me as a moderator, so I can't even put him in timeout. That's fucked up. Anybody who's watching, please click that Zoom meeting if you want to join us.
I don't think the link will work, but they'll have to like copy and paste it or something, or type it in. But that's up to them how they do it. There's something in the chat.
I'm scared to click on it because I feel like I might be disconnected if I am. Fuck it, I'm clicking on it anyhow. Okay, it's launching. Open Zoom meetings. See, I've already downloaded Zoom. I think.
Morse code test for Bunny Boots on YouTube.
Yeah. I think it'll only work for people who have already downloaded Zoom.
Yeah, they'll have to download
Fuck you,
it.
Bunny Boots. Fuck you.
If you send that if you send the invite to them in a email, then they can just click on it and then they go through the procedure of loading the program. But it doesn't. And it's a real short little thing. And the same thing with the app for it on the phone is easy to do.
Right. I'm gonna make a video about Bunny Boots tomorrow. I'm gonna blast his ass about how Bunny Boots doesn't do the silent treatment either, and Bunny Boots is my new enemy on YouTube because I don't know if you guys are able to see the comments.
Oh, the link works because it's mine. It's my YouTube live.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to tell you.
I'm so confused.
Join the club.
It's your Zoom, my YouTube.
Yeah. With our powers combined, we are Captain Planet.
I don't know how you got me on here with you tonight.
I don't know how I did either, man. Yeah, Bunny Boot says, "Bring on the roasting."
We can go back through some of the old roast videos with Dean Martin and all them on there.
Yeah. Oh, Moxie just donated $5 to you, PMP.
All right. Yeah. YouTube gets 30% of that.
No, that's cool. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
Moxie.
you. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I'm just making fun of YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's cool as hell. I wish Moxie was able to figure out what was going on when she was on here earlier. Oh, SA Ecstasy Prez is on here now, too.
Oh, my God.
Prez should join the chat.
Hey, Todd, what's up?
SA has Zoom?
Yeah.
Get him hooked up, man.
He joins. He's been on many Zoom meetings with me all the time.
Get him in here, bro.
Yeah, he's been on there a couple of times.
Get him in here, man. What the fuck you waiting for, PMP?
I'll put the link in there for him if he wants to join in.
He might not want to. If he does, I hope he has a bandana on and he's looking like the badass motherfucker he is, man.
I was going to put my medical mask on and my sunglasses, but I couldn't find my mask.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I love SA, man. That dude's cool as fuck.
Yeah, you guys have been keeping me up late. They've been keeping my ass up late, too, damn it.
Oh, shit. No, thank you, SA, for joining, man. Yeah, we're just shooting the shit.
But if you weren't already up late, you wouldn't know that we were here.
Yeah, right. No, I've been experimenting with my live streams, SA. I really want to, it to where the subscribers and the viewers, the commenters can join in, and I'm trying to give them that opportunity. And because of that, we got Stephen Melcher on, longtime supporter and commenter of ours. We had Moxie on. She was having some technical difficulties. Gary from the UK was on. We actually got to see his house, and
supposedly it was a mess.
Yeah, supposedly it was a mess. It looked like one of the cleanest houses I've ever seen. Leave it to a British guy to say his house is a mess. Love you, Gary. Yeah.
Sippo.
It's so cool to be able to interact on this kind of level with anybody who feels inclined to join.
Todd needs a new webcam for his computer. I was looking at new webcams too. I haven't decided whether I'm going to get a new one or not. This one's okay.
Join in voice, SA. You don't need a webcam, man. Join.
Oh, Bunny Boots was here. There he is. Is that a rabbit you got in your lap there, or a dog?
Oh, SIPO, Southern Illinois Public Observers.
Hey, Bunny.
Wave at us, Bunny, if you hear us. He's got to fix something there.
Southern Illinois Public Observers is here also.
Let's see.
Southern Illinois, can you hear us?
Okay, Donna. Hang on.
Couldn't you hook up your phone for a webcam?
Yes, there is a way to do that. But I've never tried it.
Yes, it's a pain in the ass, man.
Yeah, do a software and all that garbage.
Well, if you're trying to do it on the fly, I mean, no, it's not going to work.
More a hassle.
Yeah, you got to do it in advance, get it all set up, and download all the software, so to speak.
Yeah, I was gonna set up my camera that I use for recording out in the field to be my webcam, but then I looked at what it took to do it, and I said, you know something, screw it. I'm just gonna get me a webcam and stick it on here and plug and play.
I want to know from SIPO, Southern Illinois Public Observers, what kind of problem he's having getting on with us right now, because he's here too.
All right, I sent Todd the number. He's probably going to come in on his phone. That'll make it easy for him. Bunny Boots, what is happening with you? Are you having audio problems and video problems? Who is SIPO?
Southern Illinois Public Observers.
Oh, okay.
He's having a hard time getting in. I don't know what's going on with him. He's definitely having some technical difficulties. Bunny Boot says that he's not in an environment to do voice chat.
We do hand signals.
Oh, SA's here.
Hey,
oh, right on.
Bye. They were here. Now they're gone.
Yeah, he was here. Now he's gone.
Having some technical difficulties.
There he is. Hello, both of you.
Bunny Boot says that he's not in an environment to do voice chat.
What are you two up so late?
Oh, SA's here. Oh, right on.
What's up, guys?
Oh, SA, turn.
Say hi to Bug G.
Hi, guys.
SA, turn your,
both of you.
turn your video down on
Bunny
YouTube.
Boot says that he's
The
not
audio, I
in
think
an-
you got. Are you watching on
not in
two
an
things?
environment to do voice chat.
Turn your audio on YouTube down, SA.
What are you doing up so late? Oh, SA's here.
What's up, guys?
Oh, SA, turn.
Say hi to Bug G.
Hi, guys.
SA, turn
Now let's see if
your
it,
video down on YouTube.
Yeah, that's better.
That was painful.
That's better though, much better.
What's up, SA?
Oh.
Hang on, man. I'm trying to get this audio going.
You got the computer and the phone going? Well,
okay, yeah. No,
should we boycott Silent Citizen for teaching pissed off taxpayer how to live stream?
I just wish he'd go on a stupid plan. For like $25 a month.
We getting a bad echo. Again. Hello.
Shit. SA, you gotta turn your YouTube volume down.
It's good, man. I turned it off.
Oh, right on.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I have my Bluetooth on somewhere else in the house.
That might be it.
I can hear you guys way in the other room.
No, the Bluetooth may be picking up the audio from the Bluetooth and picking it up on the microphone, and that's what we're getting.
I turned it off. You guys should it should be all right now.
Sounds good to me.
How close is Buck G to you, Todd?
She's upstairs right now, man. She called it a night.
She's smarter than we are.
Yeah.
What are you up to, SA?
Nothing, man. I just uploaded a video. It's gonna be a tearjerker video, man. So I was out today picking up some fireworks, and on my way back, I saw a SAPD officer at a gas station with the lights on. So I whipped in there, and he was fucking with some homeless people, man. And it was like the wind chill here was like 23 degrees at the time. Right now it's probably about what, Steve? About 15 degrees out there.
Yeah, with wind chill, yeah, probably.
Yeah. So I ended up. The officer didn't like me there being on the scene, but anyway, I ended up taking. It was a couple, a girl and a guy, and then another older gentleman, and I ended up picking them up and taking them home, man, and giving them a meal, warming them up, and I took them to a safe and warm place, and we packed them with a bunch of groceries and shit, dude. Cool. So yeah, it's gonna be a good video, man. I wasn't planning. I mean, I was just there for police accountability, but the dude was giving them a ticket for panhandling. So it took everything I had not to give him the business end of SA Ecstasy President.
Now, when you say a ticket for panhandling, what's the actual charge? I mean, are there certain counties or certain municipalities that give you a charge for panhandling?
I'm not really sure, man. I guess the guy admitted to the cop what he was doing. I mean, I guess there's an ordinance or something against panhandling. I guess I don't really know the definition of that, what the ordinance definition is of it. I don't know. I guess he was begging for money or something. But, dude, they were shivering, dude. The dude started crying on camera, dude.
Was it San Antonio or Shirts or?
You know where was that, Steve? Right there, across from the Walmart at Naco and 1604, where that new gas station is, right there in the parking lot of Rolling Oaks Mall.
Yeah.
That's the gas station. That 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
That's where they were.
Well, y'all got to remember too. San Antonio writes homeless people a ticket when they sit on the sidewalk for camping.
Hey, one of the guys that I picked up was from Louisiana, and he said it's. And I don't know how true this is. He was from Lake Charles. He said, if you're a vagrant, it's against the law to be homeless in Lake Charles. I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, yeah. If they find out you're homeless, they take you to jail 3 days for the first offense, and I don't know how many days for Well, that's what he was telling me.
Might be worth it when it's really cold. You get free food and stay warm.
I know. 3 hots and a cot, man.
and medical attention if you need it.
Yeah.
Now that's so cool of you, SA man, because the reason that I ever got started in cop watching was to protect the homeless in downtown Denver, and
Yeah.
sounds like you're still
Yeah, I had
in that.
I got my pickup truck, right? And I had my son and his 2 friends in the back seat, and Bug G was in the front. So we're picking up 3 extra people. I didn't have room, so the couple sat in the back seat with the 3 boys. We put the older gentleman with the limp and the bad leg up front, and Bug G rode in the bed of the truck, dude.
Fuck, that was cold. No wonder she's going to bed. She's frozen.
Now that was way earlier today, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We were over at Jack's house for New Year's, man. TX Sheepdog.
I stayed home and off the streets.
How's Sheepdog doing?
Man, you know how he is. He followed I think it was a Bear County fire marshal today that was speeding on his way to shut down a fireworks stand at a church. And man, you gotta wait till you see this video, man. It's funny as shit. His videos are always hilarious, man.
I was thinking about going out to, how San Antonio doesn't let you come into town with fireworks. So if they see you at a fireworks stand and you drive into San Antonio. Did they? Okay, because years ago they wouldn't let you do that, and I would go to the fireworks stand and get a bag and pretend like I bought fireworks, and then drive back into town and stop me.
Actually, it was last year they were doing that right over there at O'Connor and Kitty Hawk, the fireworks stand there, and Bear County sheriffs were sitting there at that 7-Eleven. As soon as somebody would drive off, they would pull them over. But now they have fireworks stands inside the city limits now, so I don't know, man. I mean,
they might have changed something.
Hey, I welcome them to pull me over. Last year when they were pulling them over, me and Jack were going to go over there and just kind of like browse around at the fireworks stand and, have them put some trash or something in a bag for us.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah. We were going to try to set them up, man, but they didn't take the bait.
Hey, you guys, there's somebody else on here named Sipo. Are you here, Sipo?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, who are you?
Southern Illinois Public Observers.
Oh, nice. Welcome, man. Thank you. I'm so glad you could join.
Yeah, I don't have a microphone for my computer, so I had to use the phone option. This is the first time I've used Zoom.
Hey, sounds good. Good video, audio there. Almost sounds like got a professional mic there.
Yeah, no shit.
No, just my LG phone.
Right on. How you doing tonight, man? Happy New Year to you.
I'm good.
Okay. What you got to say, man? What do you think about this Zoom test that we're doing?
Well, I've seen this before. It seems like a pretty good setup. I didn't realize how you guys had done it before, but when Steve mentioned that he has captured your Zoom and is live streaming that, I thought that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I usually do my own, but he didn't have he tried, but he didn't know that you had to have extra things going on to do it live, so I just captured it and did it.
Yeah, Tom Zebra's live.
Let's see.
Oh, Tom Zebra's live?
It seems to work just fine.
Yeah, right on. No, this is cool, man. It's a pleasure to be able to interact with all of you guys on a personal level versus just seeing you guys in the chat. And, like Stephen Meltzer, we had Gary from the UK in here. Go ahead, S.A.
I don't think he was going to say anything. I think we're just getting a little bit of feedback or something from his microphone or something over there. I'm not sure. Because he just muted himself and it's gone.
No, it's really cool to be able to interact with you guys on a one-on-one basis and be able to not only see some of you guys, but actually to be able to hear some of you guys. That to me is the important reason that I wanted to do this, and I thank P&P News for helping me achieve this. We've had viewers, subscribers. We've had, you know, Gary from the UK. This guy was in the United Kingdom and decided to hop on and showed us his front yard and all kinds of shit, man. That just it's so neat to be able to interact with you guys on a more personal level, and that's what I really wanted to achieve by this. So thank you, P&P News. Thank you, SA. Thank you, Bunny Boots, Stephen Melcher, Southern Illinois Public Observers. Thank you so much for joining this shit, man. It's great to me.
Bunny Boots said this is just one of the many tools we have, and we got there's other stuff out there too. He's been working with, we worked with, but mostly him. He's got he's more tech into the techie stuff than I am,
but he's not utilizing it kind of the way that we're trying to right now.
Yeah, there's other things we can do, but this works for what we're doing right now fine. There's just other things you can do, where you could do this and stream to a bunch of different places at one time.
Is Scat going to do another video together?
I'm sure we will. We've got some things that we've talked about doing. We just haven't got together to do them yet.
Now, Sipo, what do you got planned?
I don't really know what's gonna happen. It's 0 degrees outside right now, so I'm not really looking forward to going out. I had a request to go by a railroad office, check out their railroad police. Might be getting up there soon, but we just went by the police department in that same city, and that video is coming out later today, probably 1 o'clock. So I have a feeling if we go to that railroad office, the local PD probably won't do very much.
Hey guys, I'll be doing some stuff with the Bateau side next weekend.
All right, you gonna take the new toy out?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, he'll be here next weekend, man. I'm staying in my place, and I'm gonna go out and do some stuff.
Cool.
Are we privy to know what the new toy is?
The drone.
Oh shit!
I put it in the chat last night.
But
you missed it.
I have a hard time keeping up with all you guys.
Is that drone one of the smaller ones, or is it that big white one?
I haven't seen it. He did a live stream on Facebook the other day with the drone. The drone live streams, man. It a live stream to any social media. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I've watched the whole series that you put up as far as the border terrorism. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I love that shit. Man. I might not have I might not have known about the new drone that you've recently gained, but that border corruption shit was great.
Yeah, Bunny Boot says social media takes time to manage. That's why I gave up on most of social media. I don't have time to mess with it.
Yeah, that border patrol.
Like 8 years.
That's where I got my. That was my first video, man, ever.
Yeah.
Almost 4 years ago, and my first arrest. My first video, my first arrest.
That whole series was great, man. I've watched every single video of that. That's all I've really been watching towards the end of the night when I'm ready to kick back and just watch, not TV, but actually some real fucking shit, man. I don't watch TV. I refuse to watch TV, but that was something that I felt I needed to watch.
Yeah, I think it needed to be put out there, man. I mean, I know some of that stuff, it's been going on for a long time, but and people say that this has been going on forever. Well, yeah, it's still going on,
Well, so has cops shooting innocent people, but We're not sitting in bed and just waiting and watching. You're gonna post shit on that too.
Yeah.
That's some. There was a cop killed here locally and 3 shot, 3 injured, just recently, I think.
Yeah.
And then the other day, Shirts cops killed a kid, a young kid, the young boy.
Yeah, and the Bear County deputies killed that 6-year-old.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that shit makes me fucking sick.
Hey, Todd, do you have a headset you could put on? Earphones or something?
Are you getting some feedback or what?
Yeah, it's from yours, I'm pretty sure.
It might be Sipo.
No, I think it's Todd.
Sipo.
I think it's Sipo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it must have been Todd.
Yeah, because earlier when he muted it, we got rid of it, so that's what I was saying. It was probably Todd. But anyway.
It shouldn't be.
No.
You know, the interesting part to me when they were talking about all this border patrol bullshit is that the border patrol actually has boundaries that extend to 100 miles outside of any U.S. city or any border, rather, to where there are whole states, Florida. Every single bit of Florida is under the jurisdiction of Border Patrol. You've got Maryland, I believe it was, Rhode Island. I think they said something like 2/3 of the United States population lives within 100 miles of these fucking borders. And
hey, y'all want me to share that homeless video with y'all? I don't know if I can do it. You'll have to do it, Silent, because it's your Zoom call. Well, maybe I can. Yeah, maybe I can. Yeah, because I got to share on my screen. I'm not usually on this side of the Zoom call, so I think I can do it. When he sends me the link in my email, I'll share it. Might take a minute or two, but we'll get there. You know, on the let me put this down. The thing that bothers me about the Border Patrol videos is hardly anybody is countering them with the fact that, you know, they bring out and they say that we have to answer, but in the law you don't. You know, there's nothing in there saying you have to answer. And we lost Silent. Anybody hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, well, you lost Silent, but his Zoom's still going.
Huh.
I just sent you the link, Steve.
Okay.
Now.
Let me, I heard somebody else say something, but it's all messed up. Hey, Silent.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, when he dropped off, I got a little pop-up that said I was the host now.
Strange, very strange. Well, maybe he's having technical difficulty. He just clicked on somebody else to have it. Let me see here.
I see Bunny has joined in, but I don't know if he has tried to talk yet.
No, yeah. Bunny Boots isn't high enough to talk, he said.
Let me see if I can find this here real quick. I'm gonna have to come back over here now and share. All right, can y'all see that? Can y'all see the video?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What's going on, man? Is this guy bothering you?
You look at you funny.
I'm just
No sound.
routine questions.
All right, you're not bothering you? All right.
There's no sound, Steve.
I got there's no sound on my end, but that's.
Did he give you a ticket?
I mean, I'm getting wind, but that's all I'm getting.
Okay.
But he looked like he was talking, but I don't hear anything. I just hear like a rumble. Let me turn my subwoofer off. That might be where I'm getting that rumble. Yeah, that's where I was getting that from. All right, let me see here. Maybe if I have to change some settings here with this.
Do it now, man. We can hear it.
You can? Okay.
We started over.
You can hear it. I can't. As long as y'all can hear it.
What's going on, sir?
What's going on, man? Is this guy bothering you?
I'm just asking routine questions.
All right, you're not bothering you? All right.
I'm cold tonight, so I was panhandling trying to get some money. Hopefully.
Did he give you a ticket?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, do a software and all that garbage.
Well,
hey, I hold police accountable. I'm a police accountability activist.
Yes.
So you're out here. Man, you look cold, brother.
I'm freezing cold, bro.
So what happened? Is he bothering? Is cop bothering you guys?
It's cold.
What's he doing? Did he ask for your ID?
Yeah, just now.
Does he have your ID?
you guys hear me?
I don't have an idea. I got my social security card in the car.
But does he have that information?
Just died. I
What
had
did he
to
tell
plug
you?
it in.
Nothing. He just asked what I was doing out there, and I told him
Sorry
that
about
I was
that, you guys.
panhandling. You know what I mean? Trying to get some money.
It's okay.
We could get a room.
YouTube still kept going?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. If it was me doing it by myself, YouTube would have shut down. The whole thing would have been over.
I'm surprised we didn't lose you.
I'm surprised too. Man. Where'd Essay
They
go?
want to take a band-aid approach to the homeless situation. They want to, you know what? The homeless,
watch
they
the whole
want
video?
side out of mind.
Yeah.
Or you want to
Just
let everybody
cause
watch it on your
homelessness.
channel?
Yeah, but they can go help all these other countries.
It's
But
not.
they
It's
can't help us,
unlisted right
you
now.
know.
All right, well, I'll leave this one. I won't leave this one up until after yours.
It's a short video.
All right.
How long you
It's
guys
probably
been
like
out
8
here?
minutes long.
Yeah. 8:48.
I've been out here since
like
day
that.
night.
All day? Y'all ain't got no place to stay? Look, man, I live right down the street, like right down the road here. If you guys are willing to ride in the back of my pickup truck, because I got 3 boys in there, I'll give y'all, you know, some warmth for a little while. All right.
Oh my God, yes, we will.
Okay, y'all go load up in that pickup truck over there. This guy has to stay here till the cops through with him, all right?
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Oh, you're welcome. The wind chill out here is about 25 degrees, and it's going to get down to 15 tonight. I don't live very far. It's going to be a cold ride.
Yes, sir.
But I'll get you guys some warmth.
Yes, sir. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much. God bless
Is this all y'all stuff too?
you. No, sir.
Why don't the cops just take the homeless people to a shelter for the night? Wouldn't that be part of their job?
No. No, it's not part of their jobs. The city of Denver does mass homeless sweeps, and the government actually gives these homeless people bus vouchers to vacate their cities. Especially in Denver, when wintertime hits hard in Denver, they actually just give the homeless people vouchers in some cases, and they tell them, oh, here, take a bus down to Arizona where it's warmer, and Arizona can deal with your ass kind of benefit.
We got all these damn abandoned places where they can turn into a homeless shelter and say, here, live here for a while.
Yeah, but to answer your question, it's not the cops' job. That they will criminalize you for being homeless. Which is really fucked up in my opinion. But it's not the cops' job to protect the homeless. It should be part of their job. Protect and serve versus kick and reject.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Social security card.
I know. It makes me fucking sick, Steven.
Panhandling. You admitted yourself that you was panhandling out
We
there.
got all these abandoned military bases. Why can't they say, okay, there's a house there, it's empty, let's put them in there and say, okay, you gotta work to stay here or something along that line.
Look at Slab City. For any of you guys who have never heard of Slab City, Slab City is a military base in the middle of Nevada that has been occupied by homeless, and it's considered to be one of the most lawless cities in America because it is occupied by the people, kind of thing. And Slab City is a great example of a city that works by the people, for the people, with lawlessness. It's not an anarchist city, but it is a shining example of I can't say institution, but an establishment that is by the people and for the people. Slab City.
Man, you should have gave a copy.
Well, you're gonna have to grab it by this place.
It's all connected?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, I got it, man.
Got it.
Come on.
Thank you.
When I went to Christiania, Denmark, in the city of Copenhagen, there's actually an army base, like you're saying, Stephen, occupied by hippies that they want to classify them as hippies. They occupied this former military base in
Taking them to the house.
Denmark.
I'm gonna take them to the house.
And they've created their own schools.
Sit back there with the boy.
Government, so to speak, and they're thriving. They're great.
And if the government really thinks about it, it'd save them from tearing down these places, and they'd have tax money coming back in.
Right, but at the same time, the people who have been brainwashed and programmed don't want to see these establishments put into place. They, the sheeple believe that these establishments are bad in general society. That's what's fucked up.
Yeah.
1323. 1324.
You know, I could have played that with my current setup. With audio.
Hold on, P&P is choking on a shrimp. Say again, Sipo.
That was Bunny Boots.
That was Bunny Boots. The environment has quieted down where I could do voice chat.
Hey,
Goddamn, Bunny Boots. Welcome here, man. Say again, please.
Oh, I could have easily played the video with audio because I just got my setup ready for that.
Well, better late than never, I guess, huh?
Y'all didn't have audio? I thought y'all had audio.
No, there was no audio.
Oh.
We didn't have audio.
I heard it.
I didn't.
Sipo, you heard it?
No, I never heard any audio from it.
Oh,
I went over to. I just went over to YouTube and turned my sound back on.
Well, there's a setting here. I've done it before. We could hear it. I just probably got the setting wrong on the audio.
Bunny Boots. I mean, what do you think about what Stephen was saying about how some of these former military bases should and could be very well occupied by homeless people and better utilized by homeless people versus criminalizing homelessness?
Well, first off, I'm gonna talk to P&P and then I'll comment on that. P&P,
yeah.
Why I was hearing it beforehand was because it was playing through the computer speakers and feeding back into the mic.
All right.
So that's why we were hearing it beforehand.
Okay.
I need to introduce you to Voice Meter.
All right, we'll do that.
Yeah, and then on to your comment, Silences. I agree with opening these side areas to house homeless as is, because the state of Utah has already experimented with this and has seen huge success, and they project huge savings if they institute it on a larger scale when it comes to dealing with the homeless and, well, just the vagrant populations that exist in the state. Because as is, if you provide them a place with at least putting a roof over their head and counseling that they need to be able to reintegrate within society, or be able to integrate enough where they can get work, then right there you'll have them on the path at least to be self-sustaining for themselves if you can get them lined up with the right treatment and all that stuff and have that option out there. The thing is of course you're not going to be able to get 100% success rate. You're looking probably more like around a 60 to 70% success rate, but still a 60 to 70% improvement.
That's still huge.
Yeah. And the other thing is you also have to be able to have some sort of access to the resources to be able to do that. So if you're going to set it up out in the middle of nowhere, this is the problem with Slab City. There's no transit between it and the nearest town. And so that's going to be something that a logistic issue will have to be there for the people itself.
But they could put a stupid bus stop there and say, okay, here you go.
Oh,
There's
exactly.
Bus voucher, and there you go.
A simple bus that runs a couple times a day between that settlement and the nearest established town that has work opportunities and stuff like that will go a long way.
Well, what's fucked up about that is that they don't want to put a bus stop there because they don't want Slab City to be their kind of thing.
Well, Slab City in itself is an interesting setup. People go there to get away from things, and some people just go there because they need some place to stay. And so it's a mixed bag. Slab City isn't a paradise or anything like that. It does have its problems.
But it's been there since the 70s. You'd figure that if there was any kind of backing from state or government, that they would have a little bit more infrastructure to help them and help acknowledge them. But versus acknowledging them
go there
for what
to
they're
get away
trying
from
to
things.
establish
And
They are
some people
shunning them.
just go there because they need some place to
and I agree. That's
and
so
it's a mix.
Slab City,
And the thing
is
a paradise.
Slab City,
like that. It does
because
no one
wants
to go in and clear it out.
That's the reason why
it's still there. And the reason why it's been there like that. It's in the middle of the desert that no one cares about.
They would have Christiania in Copenhagen is like these slab cities
People go there to get military base, and some people just go there because they and I agree and so it's a mix. Slab City is a paradise like that. It does because problems, but that's the reason it's still there. And the reason why it's been there like a mountain in the city that no one cares town with a grocery store is now away or cars. There to get away from things, and some people just go there because they can and I agree and so it's a paradise like that. It does because it problems, but that's the reason and the reason why it's been there a lot of that no one cares about getting just going around and just go there because and I agree so the psychological problems they might have or something like that, or they might develop, gets worse. So it becomes a cycle that continues feeding itself when there is an opportunity to say, yeah, let's put up these support systems and deal with trying to help this part of the population and see more savings in it in the long run compared to just throw them in jail.
Hey,
yeah,
it's somebody tell me how the audio is doing. Are we getting an echo or?
You might have an echo because of the current setup I got going. So
now, as far as YouTube versus what we're talking about right now, there is a major delay. It's probably at least 10 seconds.
I think I fixed it because when I came back over here after playing that other video, in the control room on YouTube, the audio was back on, so I turned them off, and hopefully that helped.
It looks like we have Sarah T.E.
Yeah, she was here for a little while and then went away.
Damn. Sarah.
Audio perfect now. Good, I got it. That was it.
Okay.
Moxie wants to join again.
All right.
Please try again, Moxie. Yeah, please try again. Put the link in, P&P. I can't put the link in.
I did.
Okay. No, I just think it's sickening and it's saddening that they want to criminalize homelessness and they want to basically lock anybody in a cage who they can. And when you think about a lot of these choices being up to an officer's discretion, that makes me even more sick, because I believe that. I've seen it to be true. Oh man, don't get me started. I want to see if some of these other people can join. Roxy Moore, are you here, Roxy?
Let me know if I'm too quiet. I can always adjust my voice settings.
No, you're actually coming in loud and clear as far as I can hear.
Yeah, sounds good.
That is good, no.
Roxy.
Roxy's shy.
Roxy. You don't have to put on the
Don't do that.
red light.
Don't do that. We had enough music on the other live feed earlier.
Yeah.
She may not be connected to audio yet if she was going to use her phone to connect to audio.
Yeah.
Probably they'll fix the settings.
Roxy, there's like a few little tabs that you can press, and you can choose the microphone. It's not, I guess it's not the easiest platform for anybody to join in, but thank you, Roxy, or Moxie, for trying. Yeah, man.
I really like this new boom setup. I love it. It was worth every dime. I bought it for myself for Christmas.
Have you?
Yeah, I gotta get myself a mic setup.
Like how I can adjust the pitch of my voice.
Yeah, that's, you were playing games over there. He has all this fancy programming where you can do all kinds of shit.
Yeah, but yeah, he won't show his face. You know, notice how me and PNP News and SA are the only ones to have shown our face during this whole thing.
Hey! I already told you I am not in the environment to do it. I would if I was in the environment for doing that.
Hey, Todd, you're muted. I think
Right.
Bunny's hiding where he's at. Maybe he's at a strip joint or something.
Well, Bunny's trying to cry us an environmental river.
Those seals, those poor seals.
Said Roxy just said that she could hear us.
SA probably just got sick of fucking listening to this shit. He's like, I'm going to bed, you guys. Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Nah, he probably snuck upstairs to get a little and came back down.
had to warm backup camera girl up.
Nah, SA's back, you guys.
Or his microphone.
I've been here the whole time, guys.
Right on, SA.
I think it's time for another cup of coffee.
Coffee at, well, yeah, it's 4 a.m. over here.
So, SA, what do you think at the end of the day, as far as my belief that they are actually trying to criminalize homeless people? I mean, what benefit does that do anybody? I mean, it doesn't benefit anybody but the government when you try to criminalize homeless people.
I don't even see how it would benefit the government because homeless people can't pay whatever they're dishing out, man.
Well, when you think about these privately owned prisons and these jails that are, you know, a lot of judges own the courthouses and these jails. They have contracts to keep these prisons and jails filled.
All the concentration camps.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I think Steven hit the nail on the head with that.
Right, so you can see that then, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's how it benefits the government is my answer to that. You just asked me how does it benefit the government? That's how it benefits the government.
Exactly.
That shit makes me fucking sick.
Yeah, it's all a game to them, man. It's all a money scheme, you know. Policing for profit.
That's what it's all about. And since the beginning of police, it's all about profit, generating revenue, let's collect and reject. You know, fuck the citizens, fuck what the citizens want, fuck what the citizens believe. We, as the government, have an agenda, and it's to criminalize you for anything we want to criminalize you for, and we are going to fill these jails because we have contracts to fill these fucking jails.
Yeah. I mean, if anything else, that Border Patrol series sure can open some people's eyes if they see it.
Yeah.
Wasn't that going on since the 80s?
1976 is when Martinez Forte case was ruled on by the Supreme Court that they could legally set up checkpoints within 100 miles of the border. 100 aeronautical miles of the border. So that's actually a lot more than, you know, what they're actually set up at this point. But, you know, they gives them authority within 100 aeronautical miles. and it was supposed to be for immigration status only, and we see what it's for now with all the drug dogs there.
And anything else they want to do, because they don't give a shit what the law says. They'll sit there and tell you to your face you have to answer when you you do not have to answer them. Nothing in the law says you have to.
Hey, we have somebody named Rejoiner. Are you here? Can you hear us? Can you speak?
Looks like he's frozen. No, he's moving.
Our joiner, can you hear us? Can you speak?
That's Roger.
Oh, Roger.
Roger Joyner.
We have News Now Alaska. We have Roxy Moore. We have a few other people joining in. Roger, can you speak?
Hey, Todd, can you mute yourself again? Thank you, sir. They probably having audio problems too, trying to figure it out.
If you're having audio problems, go towards the bottom left. There's a microphone setting. There's an arrow that points upwards right next to the microphone. Click on that upward facing icon next to the microphone, and you should be able to experiment with some microphone settings from there. That's all I can say. Damn it.
So you can see it on screen, on my screen now. Here, it's right here. There's your microphone. You click on this little arrow, and here's your different settings for your microphone, your audio, video. I mean, video is over here, but audio, all your different things for audio is over here.
It's the frustrating thing for me right now with this Zoom meeting is people are having a hard time actually joining in and communicating with us. We got News Now Alaska here.
That's why I usually do it ahead of time with somebody, get them all set up, make sure everything's set up right, and then bring them in.
Yeah, no, this is an off-the-cuff kind of thing, but this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love Liquid THC. Who the fuck is he? He's trying to join in. Shame that it's not easier.
Everybody's shy tonight. Nobody wants to join in video here. News Now Alaska.
Liquid THC, are you able to speak? Can you hear us? I imagine they can hear us, but...
Well, look in your chat. It's Roxy can hear us.
Now somebody's playing music.
Yeah. You got the control there if you want to get rid of it.
I'm just setting the mood.
Okay, buddy.
Our joiner, give us a peace sign if you can hear us. Okay, so he can hear us, but you can't talk.
Really?
Right there.
Oh, hold on, joiner, say something again.
Morning.
Hey, we can hear you.
Good morning.
Hey.
What do you got to say about all this shit, man?
About the homeless issue?
About anything, man. Speak your mind.
Well, I've been listening and watching y'all's auditing for a couple of years now. One of the things I always had a problem with is y'all are not very good with laws. And that's one of the things that I'm very good with is I study the law a lot. I've sent many things to SA about laws, about Texas transportation laws. They should know who I am now.
Continue, please.
Well, most people don't understand the laws that we have because they never actually read anything. They've all only been told things, but never went and verified or checked it out themselves. There's a big problem there.
Please continue.
Which part would you like to know about?
Just, I'm digging this, man. Please continue speaking.
I got a question for SA. When a couple months back, when he got pulled over for running a red light, or was it a stop sign? It wasn't a red light. Sure. Did he ever ask the police officer, or
Did he ever do a public information request to the Department of Public Safety and to the city secretary and to the police department of actually whether or not the police officer actually has any authorization to do any police, any traffic stop? Because most people, if you actually read the law, only the Department of Public Safety is allowed to do traffic stops in Texas. No cities, no counties. They do not have authorization to do traffic stops. 96% of most budgets for the police department come from is from traffic stops. Yeah. The reason why I dwell a lot about transportation is because that's usually the very first thing most people deal with in laws and in the courts and stuff. That they get you a lot because they lie to you, they cheat you, they steal from you. Sometimes they even kidnap you and false imprison you. So,
essay.
Roger, to answer your question, no, I did not do a FOIA request for that information.
Well, if you had, if you would have actually found out that there's only 279 cops other than the Department of Public Safety state troopers that are actually allowed to do any traffic stops in the state of Texas.
I've seen that posted on the Facebook on the SAXD Press member page. Yes, I think he posted it more than once, yes. And I read the entire thing. It was a long read, but very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes, and it's very, very true because in your city, there's what, only three officers that's allowed to do traffic stops? Only three? How much money did San Antonio make off of traffic stops last year? And there's only three of them that's allowed to do. So where's the rest of the tickets coming from if they're all illegal? Why are people paying them?
Yeah, well, San Antonio's also got
Windcrest, from what I've seen. Windcrest has 0 officers that are allowed or authorized to do any traffic stops. You posted a video the other day from a Windcrest officer doing a traffic stop. That was totally illegal.
Yeah, they're on my shit list right now.
They should be, because what they're doing is illegal. They are the criminals, not the person that got stopped. It's the cop, because they don't have any authorization to do what they're doing, number one. Number two, they don't have probable cause, period, to pull you over. They can't come up with it. Now, some of the questions I have about the difference between like Texas and like California traffic laws are all civil. There's no way in hell they can do probable cause. So every traffic stop in California is illegal. A lot of people don't know that. It's very simple.
I believe it was you that posted the thing about the speed limit also. Was that you?
Yep. No such thing as speed limit in Texas.
Yes.
Because it says prudent and to the conditions of the road. And if they really want to charge you with speeding, they forget part B, which says there has to have been an accident. They never tell you about the accident part, ever.
Yeah, but
ever. So how do they help you if there's no accident? Because that is a requirement, an element of the crime, speeding.
Yeah, but if you take that in front of a judge, he's going to laugh it right in your face.
Oh,
our judges are just as corrupt as the cops.
I've done it 80 times this year. I've beaten every one of them.
What state do you live in, Roger?
Texas. That's the reason why I know Texas law very well. Some of the other states, I've read the Constitution and their state laws, and most of the transportation laws are almost exactly the same.
I think there was some guy in shirts a few years ago tried to do that, and they just, after a while, they just threw him in jail. The judge said contempt of court in jail.
They almost. Steve, you remember when we went and watched Ginger at Live Oak?
Yeah.
The judge got up and walked off the bench. Remember?
Yeah.
And
that's because when they come back, it's under a different kind of court system, I believe. I don't understand that completely.
Was it JP or was it municipal?
Municipal.
Well, there's a problem here in the state of Texas because most municipal courts are illegal to begin with. They're not. If you actually go by what the state constitution says, they're not supposed to be better off.
Yeah, but we as a people let them get away with it, so it's going to be a hard fight to change it.
The reason why we let them get away with it is because we're not taught laws. We don't open law books.
Well, that most people, they would rather just pay it and move on with their life than go through all the hassle.
They know that because that's the way the system was set up.
Yeah.
The courts something make it for convenience, so they can just steal from you. It's a lot easier just to pay it and walk away.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'll have to miss a day at work, and that'll cost me money, and I'll just pay it and not worry about the hassle.
So the question is really? So you don't really care about your rights then? Okay, then why are you bitching about your rights if they don't care?
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's the way I am. I'm going to fight it every chance I can, because if I can sit there and get the bad cops off the force, because I could sue them, because if it's an illegal stop, they don't have authorization, so they don't have quality of immunity.
I want to hear an unbiased opinion real quick. I'm going to unmute News Now Alaska. I want to hear what this man has to say.
He looks too relaxed. Bring him in. Bring him in.
News Now Alaska, what you got to say, man? You're live, News Now Alaska. We're all ears.
What's up, guys? I got quite a bit of delay over here.
Okay.
Big delay.
What do you got to say? Oh, he's got that much of a delay. He's still trying to hear what's going on, I guess.
Yeah.
Dusties.
Yeah, I got a major delay, guys.
It might be hard to communicate with him then.
Sounds like it.
Sorry, I haven't been really paying attention, guys.
Oh!
I've been trying to set this up, so.
All right. I'm gonna put you back on mute, and I'm gonna let Roger keep talking. Sorry, News Now Alaska.
Hey, mute Liquid unless he wants to talk, because there's a bunch of noise coming in from behind him.
Okay, I can mute him. Okay,
Yeah,
he just muted himself.
Was my music too loud?
No.
I thought I had it really quiet.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, no, someone muted me. I think it was Silent Citizen. I didn't know if that was on purpose.
I muted everybody just so that I could hear the main conversation that was going on between Roger and SA.
Yeah, I was just asking if the background music was too loud. I could turn it down.
I'm so sorry I interrupted that by trying to bring News Now Alaska and you guys. Roger, do you have anything that you'd like to add to what you were saying?
I love what y'all are doing with the auditing. I really wish the people that would know the laws more about what they should be saying to the cops. Give an example is sometimes they'll sit there and say, "Have I done anything illegal?" Well, that's open discretion. That's more of a conversation than it is, have I committed a crime? Because it's what the law is stating is, have you committed a crime? It didn't ask you if you've done anything illegal. Something little stuff like that. When you have a discussion, or when you have a talk with a police officer, the case starts right there, and that's where everything should be recorded, where you can bring it into your gathering evidence for court. Because the audit part is already over with. At the moment the cop starts asking you personal questions, the audit's over with. That's my opinion about that. I've stated that many times. The audit's over with. They failed. But when they start...
Now, have you ever done an audit yourself?
Oh, I do lots of audits, but the problem is my audits is mostly with gathering evidence.
Now, do you
Todd.
ever catch anything on video camera?
I live on the border, right there between Mexico and Texas.
Do you ever catch any of it on video camera?
It's all on video. I always have multiple cameras with me, and at least one audio recorder going all the time. Anytime a cop comes anywhere near me, everything gets started.
Now, why do you not share that with the world?
Because mostly it's all evidence, and because I have cases going on that I'm suing not only police officers but cities and police departments and judges and prosecutions and stuff like that. I'm trying to change the system by going after the bad people where it's not going to be supposed to, as the legislation rules the laws. That's the accountability.
Well, we've had conversations before where it's been suggested instead of asking questions of the police officer, make statements like, well, I haven't done anything illegal, and since I haven't done anything illegal, this is a consensual conversation, and I'm not going to talk to you, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, because you have the fourth and fifth, well, the first, fourth, and fifth amendments cover your butt on whether or not you have to talk to a police officer, period.
Right.
Because most people go, well, in a traffic stop, well, you got to show them an ID, a driver's license. No, you don't. Never have to. You don't have to show them squat, nothing. And the question comes back to is, well, it says you have to provide it. No, it doesn't. Not at all. What does provided mean? It's a legal term. Unless the police officer is making a legal determination on the spot, which he's not allowed to do, you can't tell me what providing a license means or providing any information. I don't have to. It's called keep my mouth shut. I'm going to ask you a few questions though, but right off the bat. First question I'm going to ask you is, excuse me, do you have a body cam or a dash cam? Yes. If you do, is it on? And is it in working condition? Because if you're not making a record, my record is the only one that's going to be standard. I'm gathering evidence for court because that's the only facts and evidence. Because if they're doing it, then we can sit there and compare at court the difference between their recording and my recording. I'm trying to cover my butt. I'm trying to stay out of jail and stay out of their problems, their garbage. That's some of the first questions I ask. Always. Is the next one right after that is, who are you and what's your badge number? Name and badge number, because I sit there and watch a lot of people sit there and do audits that almost you never get around to almost the end of the audit. Well, hey, by the way, what was your name and badge number? I'm like, where were you from the beginning? With you should have been making a self affirmation recording. Well, this came from the officer's mouth. Officer, whatever, let's say Officer Davis. Officer Davis, badge number 1234. Did you say that such and such, that it comes from him? We know in court that he said it. That's just some of the stuff that I've learned over the years, that how to sit there and cover my butt, because they come up and say, well, I didn't say that. Well, here it is on tape. You can't dispute it. It's right here.
Well, I'd like to make a suggestion. The court cases, when they've gone past you and they're done, put those videos up as educational videos and proof that it can be done, and maybe more people will look at that and go, well, he did that and it worked. Let me look into it. Let me learn, and next time I need it, I can do that.
I'll get around to doing that eventually, but right now there's a lot of it that is just legal-wise, because I don't have a lawyer when I go to court. You don't need a lawyer until you actually get to the Supreme Court of the United States. You can do all this yourself.
How do you handle yourself when you're in court by yourself?
What do you mean? I'm pro se. I file all my own paperwork. I go in and argue my case. I go to the police box. Scared me half to death.
I'm trying to unmute Essay. I can't seem to unmute him for some reason.
Must be a muting fight.
Could be he's unmuted now. I think he undid himself.
Essay, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. It's obvious Roger is a huge supporter of yours. He disagrees with.
I'm a huge supporter of all y'all.
No, thank you, Roger. I'm not. I want to hear what Essay has to say about all this.
I mean, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Roger has sent me a lot of stuff over the time. So I'll have a Facebook up for about, I don't know, 8 months now, and he sent me a lot of stuff, and very, very interesting stuff, man. He's really deep. He knows what he's talking about. A lot of stuff that he's talking about, I don't think, I'm not comfortable challenging some of that stuff just yet. I need to learn a lot more about it. So I mean, this is an educational process for all of us, and we have steps that we have to take. We can't just jump in and know everything all at once. We learn everything. It's like baby steps for us. We started out with our first video. Look at me. I got arrested on my first video. I didn't know what I was doing then. But if I had to go back through that Border Patrol checkpoint today, it'd probably be a lot different video.
Yeah, look at my first video at Randolph. I was
now.
just worth a shit.
What advice, if any, could you give Roger right now?
Just keep supporting us and keep sending us all that information. I mean, I don't know, Roger, if you send all this other information to all the other Texas auditors, but man, I mean, there's a lot of Texas auditors that only do like First Amendment audits. I mean, I'm kind of, me and Jack are kind of versatile in that area where we do more than just First Amendment audits. We do all kinds of stuff. I mean, I do traffic stops. I do First Amendment audits. I do Second Amendment audits. I do some series sometimes on my channel. So I think I'm just a little more versatile than just doing First Amendment audits. But when it comes to sending out that information, Roger, I think that it would benefit all of us, all the auditors, not just the Texas auditors. I mean, it's just a wealth of information.
Roger, have you ever heard of a man named Eric Brandt?
Sounds familiar, but I'm not really.
If you haven't heard of him, I want you to either write down that name or write it down. His name is Eric Brandt, Brandt. That guy is in Colorado, and I think you and him would be great friends and great associates. And I think the two of your minds combined would make a powerhouse fucking force. Eric Brandt is, to me, the most influential First Amendment activist that exists. He really is. He truly is in my mind. Do you have a pen there?
Writing it down right now.
Eric, Brandt. His YouTube channel is named Eric Brandt. That is his real name. He is by far the most diehard First Amendment activist. He served 8 years in the Pacific Ocean as a nuclear.
I know this guy. I've heard of him. Yeah,
okay.
I've had discussions with him.
I would love if I'd love to get in contact with you to actually get your phone number and be able to let you talk to him voice to voice. I think that guy is somebody that the two of your minds combined could make a powerhouse force. And we do need people like you, Roger.
I would love to see.
Let me finish real quick by saying a lot of us don't really comprehend exactly what you're saying because we usually don't go that deep. And I admire you, Roger. Just everything I've heard you say, I know you're right. I know you're fucking right. That none of us are trying to argue with you. So
I've talked to Eric. He's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the other thing is Silent and Roger, is a lot of us don't take stuff into the courtroom to get that far into it. You know, I mean, we've had our cases all dismissed, and we've gone pro se on all of it. None of us have had an attorney. I think we've had, what, Steve, 9 or 13 charges against all of us combined.
I don't remember the exact number, but I think it was closer to 13.
Well, hold on now, SA. Have you ever gone in pro se and defended yourself in front of
Absolutely.
a jury?
Yes. They shut the entire courtroom down. They shut the entire courtroom down, and only people were sitting in there was myself at the defense table, the prosecutor at his table, the judge, the bailiff, and I believe my Bug G was sitting in the back of the courtroom. And that was it. No one else was in the courtroom. That was it.
That's great. That's great.
Prosecutor, he stormed out of the courtroom that day, all pissed off, and we ended up getting all those charges dismissed. So.
I can't say that I have ever gone pro se on a case. So you know, for the guys like USA, Roger, any of you guys who've actually gone pro se, I admire the fuck out of that, and we need more people to educate us on how to go pro se.
Well, I got a video on that of all the documentation that I hit him with the discovery and the Brady, the Brady request and all of that. So, I mean, I did do a video after the court case, and I kind of told everybody how I went about it. It's on my channel. It may not be the way Roger might have went about it, but it's the way I went about it, and it worked. So, like I said, we never hired an attorney for it. Joanna had 3 charges against her. I had 2 against me. She actually was arrested, spent 9 hours in jail, and she had to be bonded out, actually.
Can I ask you a question about that? Because I never get much information about that. When she got arrested, did you go immediately to the magistrate, or did you go to jail? I'm talking about.
She went to jail, and she saw the magistrate, I don't know, like 6 hours later, and then it was another 3 hours. It was another 3 hours before they released her.
Well, you know, Texas law says if she requested to go to see the magistrate, they have to take her immediately.
Yeah, see, we didn't know that.
There's no authorization for the police officer to take you to jail. None. You haven't been convicted of anything. You can't do any time. What that is, especially on like when you're disturbing the peace fund. That's a Class C fine only. You can't do any time. So how are you in jail all the time on a fine only charge? See what I'm getting at? It's already.
Because they know they're not going to get in any trouble for it.
Well, that's the reason why you sue them for that.
That's right.
Hey guys, Liquid THC seems to at least have video. I'm going to see if he's got anything to say. Liquid THC. Oh, he shut off his video. Liquid THC, do you have anything to say?
I'm on a tablet, man. So when I talk, it kills the video. When I go to the video, it kills the fucking mic.
Well, hey, we can hear you loud and clear, man. Do you have anything to say about all this, man?
I've been watching all you guys for, oh, Jesus, damn near 2 years. Some of you even longer. I've gone out and I've done some of my own shit. I've never recorded. I ain't got the balls for that shit. But you guys are making a difference, believe it or not. I mean, I've even seen the difference in my own hometown in Ohio. I've seen the difference in our local law enforcement. 2 years ago, they were busting down people's doors with no warrants and just arresting people, and now they won't even really talk to you on the street anymore. So you guys are doing good, man.
Yeah, look how many new auditors we're getting all the time. It's growing.
That's cool. Thank you, Liquid THC, for that input, man. I appreciate it. I see you're joining. I see you're chilling there drinking, as am I, as are some of us. Thank you for your input. I do want to hear from News Now Alaska if he's got anything to fucking. I know he's on a major delay. News Now Alaska, do you have anything to say?
Not really. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I got a major delay going on over here.
Not now.
You're live as
Happy
hell.
holidays. Happy New Year's. I'm just watching and listening. So,
what do you think, man? Come on,
thank you for all the support, everybody. Appreciate it.
Leave it at that. You can't leave it at that, man. Give us some legal opinions.
It's a free country.
That's debatable.
Well, it's supposed to be free country. We're free here.
I need your ID now, bro. ID.
Name and date.
Oh, now he's acting like he can't hear us.
He's on a delay. He'll catch it in a minute.
Oh, Moxie raised her hand. Oh, shit.
I'm here.
Hey. Moxie, you made it.
I can't believe it.
I just
want to say my ID is in my butt crack.
Oh, damn. Hey, I bend over so I can pull it out real quick.
That takes money.
Are you saying I can't afford you?
I may be easy, but I ain't cheap.
Oh, I'm cheap, but I can be had.
How are you doing, Moxie? What do you got to say about all this shit, Moxie?
Hey, I'm just learning so much. I can't. I'm just, I actually had an opportunity. There was a sheriff trying to serve somebody, and he came up to my passenger side door. First, he was hollering at me, and I just kept getting in my car. He came up to my door and was trying to ask questions, and I just hollered, "I don't answer questions." And he looked so confused. And he turned to look at his partner and did one of those, "What the fuck?" And I started my car and I backed up and drove away. I loved it.
I could just see them standing there scratching their heads. Like, what the hell just happened? We just got owned.
Absolutely. And I would have never had that power, that feeling. I would have been like a nervous little citizen going, "Oh, yes, a massa. Yes, a massa." But no.
Oh, shit. Yes, a massa. Yes, man.
It makes you feel good to stand up to them. People don't realize how good it makes you feel when you stand up to these jerks.
It was awesome.
No, it's funny how empowering it really is to simply stand up for your rights. A lot of people think it to be a freaky thing. Oh, I can't stand up to the police. They're gonna throw me in jail. They're gonna lock me up.
It is very empowering.
Well,
they have that costume and that shiny badge, you know.
That only intimidates for so long, though.
It shouldn't be a thing that is considered empowering, though. Like, why is standing up for our rights so empowering? It's only because they try to keep our rights away from us that we feel empowered when we stand up for them.
It's because it's been going on for so long.
Absolutely.
Everybody's used to it. Seriously, come on, you guys.
Absolutely.
And they've never stood up for their rights.
That's what we're trying to do.
And they get so butthurt when you stand up to them.
Yep.
They're just used to it.
That's my favorite look.
I think it's hilarious when they get all butthurt.
Well, I grew up with my parents saying, if the cops ever stop you, want to talk to you, just do whatever they say, and we'll fight it in court. Bullshit. That's bullshit. That's what we got here. That's how we got here.
Yeah, it's hundreds of years of programming to where, if a police officer stops you, you better show him your fucking ID. You better give him your name and date of birth, kind of thing. It's conditioning. It's fucking programming. It makes me fucking sick.
I used to get pulled over all the time back in my hot rod days. I got stopped all the damn time, but I never let them search my car, even back then. And that was from 16 years old.
You searching my car.
Nope, not searching mine either.
Hell no.
Well, you look at Kidweiler that marched down those steps and told me and California Guardian that you guys are not authorized to be filming here. Anything that you've got on your camera, you need to delete that right now. Where the fuck did she get that mentality from?
From that
You know?
badge.
And then she wants to fucking slam me with pepper spray after trying to grab my camera a second time. I'm not even trying to get into my case, you guys, but just the
Yeah, but I
mentality.
can't wait to find out how that thing turns
Yeah,
out.
no shit.
Oh, it's the mentality that they have to where you're breaking the rules right now. Even though they have a placard on their property saying you can film, they're gonna tell you that you can't do it. I mean,
makes no sense.
I think in your $1 million settlement, you ought to have in there that you get to pepper spray her.
Fuck, man. I don't even want to start talking about that case. I'm just trying to make a point. You know, the mentality behind these tyrants, because they know that we've been conditioned. They've been taught about our conditioning. When these police join the academy, the chief is telling them about how we've been conditioned. Next thing you know, these police are let loose on the fucking streets. Whether or not they're ex-military or not, they are trained to understand the level of conditioning that we have dealt with as a society for fucking years and years, and they abuse it. They are legally allowed to lie, and they lie to us all the fucking time.
And that's why you'll see some of these cops that get loud and aggressive when you stand up to them, and you've seen it on video, many videos. Because they know that individually we're not used to that happening to us, and it backs us down, and that gives them a chance to get control. But when you come back and you don't back down from them after that, they will either back away themselves or they will arrest you for whatever the hell they can come up with.
Oh, and if they're
obstruction.
If they're a cocky ass cop, they are going to get their way. They have a badge and a gun. You don't. They have handcuffs. You don't. If you don't comply with what they want you to do, you will end up in motherfucking handcuffs. That is a fact.
One way or another. Yep.
And then,
comply or die.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Or the one, the old saying about, that you're not going to beat the ride. They know that nothing's going to happen to you in court, that they're going to let you go. But they're doing it to teach your ass a lesson. You don't stand up to me.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. That's exactly right.
And then
I tell
if
you
you're in a
what,
car,
I've
they're going to
watched-
tow your car, and they know they're going to that's going to cost you money, et cetera, et cetera.
Break your window and take your children.
Hold on. Somebody's saying I want to hear who's saying the
That would be me.
All right, go ahead.
Well, you're talking about, you don't have a clue what kind of police officer you're going to be meeting. It could be Barney Five or it could be the Terminator. You really don't have a clue, and you can only go by the thing that's going on at that particular point in time. But you do have a law behind you that they are required to be fulfilling. You have to remember what they can and can't do, and you want to get that on tape as evidence. When they do stuff that they don't have authority to do, they don't have qualified immunity anymore. They can be sued personally. You need to understand that. That's just because
That's what we want to get that established more. That how to go about. In fact, I hope this year we get the chance to start doing some of that. That people will start getting that in their head. That let's go after their immunity and go after them personally.
Well, the moment that the audit is over with and they come and start asking you questions about what you're doing, the audit's over with. That's when you are really collecting evidence for court, because I'm going to court. I'm going to take everything you got.
No, okay, now hold on. You're dead right. I got to correct you real quick. The audit is not over until the interaction is over.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Because
no.
I understand what you're trying to say, but the audit they've already proven that they're not going to do what they're supposed to be doing. You're collecting evidence now. You're making sure that what they're.
That's part of the audit. Part of the audit is collecting evidence.
Well, like I said before, you didn't establish that the body cameras were on or the dash cams were on, or they were working condition, or what the name.
Hold on. No. Because in my case, I remain silent with these guys. I never say a word to them. So anytime that they are talking to me, I never say a word to them. Okay, I'm obviously not a silent citizen when I'm talking to all you guys. Okay, but when I refuse to talk to the police because I know it's in my best interest not to talk to them. Okay, but as far as an audit, as far as I'm concerned goes, the audit's never done until the police stop interacting with you, because like you say, Roger, it is evident. And part of the audit is collecting and gathering fucking evidence against these guys. Anything they say and do can and will be used against them the same way anything I say can and will be used against me. Whether or not you believe that, when it comes down to a jury, they see me, and you think about jury appeal. Okay, I never say a word to these guys. I never do anything to even potentially provoke these guys. I never do or say anything to incriminate myself. Okay, so the audit doesn't stop until they stop talking.
Okay, that we have a difference of opinion about that.
Oh, hold on. Don't say it's a difference of opinion. Come on, you got to agree with me. If I never say anything, the audit doesn't stop until they stop talking.
Well,
I agree.
That is, you're not auditing it anymore. You're just in the process of gathering information, the facts and evidence for your court case.
That's all it ever is, though, when they come up to me. If I never say a single word, that's all it ever is. I never say a single word to these guys, so that's all it ever is them.
I got that, but you're not the only auditor, and I'm talking about all the auditors. They all, once they go through the same process, we all go through the same. You know, we get in there, they know what's going on, we know who it is, and when the cop comes up there and starts asking questions, it's over with, because they just failed. Don't have to ask much about it. They just failed. They started asking questions of what am I doing, who am I, what's my name, all that. It's over with. I'm collecting evidence now because I'm going to take you to court, and I hope you got a fat paycheck.
Yeah, but see, the evidence doesn't stop when they stop talking. It doesn't stop because if you leave and the audit's done, they pull you over, the audit's still going. You know what I'm saying?
The audit's not over until I'm 5 miles out of the county.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, well, like I said, we have a little bit of difference of opinion about that.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying too.
I see what you're saying. But for me personally, it's not until I get home. I mean, because they could be following you, and you never know.
Well, it may not even be when you get home. They may come to your door.
Yep.
We've had that happen too.
Oh, they may come inside. I've had that happen.
I've had that happen too.
Hey, Moxie, I'd love to hear some more of what you have to say. You finally had a chance to join in. I want to hear some more of what you have to say.
Well, I'll tell you what. I used to watch a lot of politic videos last year. I newly became retired, and then I found YouTube. I thought YouTube was a bunch of silly stuff many, many years ago. I never bothered. Anywho, so I was watching politics. I don't know how I stumbled onto this, and I just like, wow. And I'm just, like today, my family went to the coast at noon, and that's all I've done all day is just watch audit videos all day. And it's just amazing. I mean, there's some videos I can't even breathe because it's so scary, and you guys are so brave. And I just think, yeah, I'm retired. I got some time. This is something I'm interested in, but I'm not quite brave yet. But I just admired the calmness. I mean, I like all the audits. I don't care if they get mad and fuck you and die or I don't care if they stay a Southern gentleman or what it is. It's all the styles are great because they have to know how to handle all kinds of people.
Well, we all
I
appreciate
you guys.
Good point.
Well, we all appreciate your support.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
I want to hear from Liquid THC. He's been quiet. Do you have anything to say, Liquid?
Oh, pig's a pig. The cop's a cop. At the end of the day, they're going to do whatever the fuck they want anyway. And I just advise everybody I know, man. Hey, drop cams in your cars. Don't talk to the police. And you keep this shit moving.
Fucking A. Sipo, we haven't heard from you in a minute. I'd love to hear from you, brother.
Yeah, I'm still here. I've just been chatting on the YouTube chat.
What do you got to say while we're live here, man?
I'm just listening to you guys and chatting with Tom and one of the trolls.
Yeah, that troll. I was watching.
Which one?
Oh, I have to go. Baako or something like that.
Baako or Baco or whatever.
Yeah.
I see.
He says, "How come you stopped doing audits?" I said, "I didn't. Subscribe to me and turn on your notifications, and you'll see one coming out today."
Nice. Stephen Melcher, it's been a minute since we've heard from you, man. You got anything to say? I think Steven's gone.
Oh, I was typing in Yahoo or YouTube. Sorry.
No. Do you have anything to add to this? Have you been listening?
Yeah, I've been listening. I got nothing to say for it.
I mean, what do you think? You got anything to add?
No, not really.
Okay. Bunny Boots, man. What do you got to say about this?
Give me some lettuce. Yeah, carrot.
That's good.
I think
What's up, Doc?
Bunny Boots went to sleep.
He's playing
News
music
Now,
in the background.
News Now Alaska. What do you got to say about all this shit?
About part of what part?
Just in general. I mean, everything. We've covered a lot of topics. Everything from homeless to getting stopped in your car to just doing audits. I mean, tell us a little bit more about you, News Now Alaska, and why you got involved in this movement and what you hope to bring to this movement in 2018.
I got involved because of all you guys. I watch your guys' videos, and I got freaking sick and tired of seeing all the nasty bullshit. That's why I got started. My main video is Bunny Boots. I was talking about him on the live stream the other day. We were talking about this. The marshals, that video, the marshals when they dragged him off the property, that was the killer for me. I had enough by that video. And I just got to say, man, cops are out of control. And it's not just the cops. It's the government. It's all just, it's out of control. And we all know it. I see you shaking your head. We all know it.
You damn right we do.
They're all out of freaking control.
But it all comes down to we let them. We let them do it.
Exactly. That's the problem. That's why more of us need to stand up and grab a camera.
Now, what do you plan to bring us in 2018, News Now Alaska?
Oh, man. Well, I don't want to tip my hat too much.
You don't have to tip your hat.
He's going to visit some more post offices.
Give us a mental preview.
I'm waiting on someone to get back to me on the post office thing. That's on hold for right now. Me and Bunny Boots got some things we're going to go do. I'm not quite sure. We haven't really worked out the details yet. I don't know. I'm thinking about some military bases, maybe. I don't know. There's quite a few things actually that I'm looking at. Most of them are a long ways for me to drive. Like, I live in Alaska, so it's a long, like you've heard Bunny Boots say it, long ways to drive. So I'm going to start with some close stuff, Anchorage, and then we'll see.
Is that you that's got the fucking techno beats going, bro?
No, that's Bunny.
Is it?
Oh, god damn, I knew I should have muted him.
At least he's not playing rap.
Okay, so So now, News Now Alaska, tell us a little bit more about how you got started.
The first time I pulled out a camera, I was actually making a complaint at Walmart. I got some bugs in my food, a bowl of cereal, and I seen this cop. I was going up front, and I seen this cop looking through this lady's bag. What the hell is he doing? So I pulled out my camera, put it down by my belt, you know. He walks up to me. It's my first video, and it went pretty good. He showed me that the lady had a box of syringes in her bag. I was like, oh, guy was pretty cool. Well, let's try some other stuff out. So I stopped at I think it was a car accident. Was my next one. No problem, you know. Pretty soon I got to Wasilla Post Office and everything just went to shit. So that's where I really got started. It got interesting at the post office, you know.
Hey, I'm going to bring something up. There's a channel out there, and I'm not going to get the name out, okay? I'm not going to say the name. But he posted 2 videos. I think he took the first one down and restated it. He's on there, and he's saying that we never post videos where they pass. That is so full of shit. In a minute, I had 4 of them, and I posted them in the comment. And then I asked him, how many videos do I have to post links to get you to recant that statement? And he has ignored me so far. He goes to other people and says, there's some out there, but not very many. But his video says there's none.
Yeah,
he makes that statement. There are none.
Well, what's funny about those guys is they are dead set on trying.
Yeah, he says he's on our side. He believes in what we're doing. Yeah, but he does that. It's full of shit.
Bullshit. It's
that's bullshit. Yeah.
Because I posted many a video where, you know, certain the post office. I've never hit a post office until I met California Guardian, and we went and filmed a few of them. And as far as the postal employees, they may have failed, but the police, they passed. So, you know, try defining what a pass is and all this shit, you know.
Yeah. Well, basically, he's saying where the policeman didn't hassle you or just drove by and waved at you, anything like that, you know.
No contact at all. To me, is a pass.
That happened to me yesterday. That happened to me yesterday. I was doing a Social Security office administration yesterday. Had 5 SAPD officers drive by and wave at me, and I was open carrying.
Wow.
They're learning in some places.
Social Security office. I didn't get approached or contacted from anyone.
Yeah, define a pass. You know
I stopped doing. I stopped putting pass. From my first couple videos or a few videos, I put pass on them, or not pass. You know, pass or fail. And then I said, you know something, I'm not going to define that. I'm going to let the individual define that however they feel like they want to define it, because it's really a personal decision. And I've had a few of them, you know, come back and say, you know, at first, when we first started watching this, I was saying a lot of these are actually passes because, you know, you didn't get arrested and they didn't do this, they didn't do that. But then after watching a few, now it's a fail if they lie to you, or it's a fail if they do this or do that. Originally they didn't consider that, you know. So they're learning too. They're learning from our videos what they didn't know in the past was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you know what freaks me out is the day that I got arrested at Luke Air Force Base. I spent a night in jail. I woke up. I didn't even really sleep in the jail. I went and retrieved my cameras after I got out of jail, after a 10-hour detention in the booking cell, and I did an audit on the Glendale PD station. And the chief of police ended up coming up to me, and I was so tired that I didn't even realize it was the chief of police. To me, it was just.
I remember that.
Me, it was just another cop. Yeah, it was just another cop coming up to me. Like all I heard was Charlie Brown. You know, when this guy was talking to me, like blah 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 blah. Where do you live? You know, what area do you stay in? Oh, I went to Glendale High School, and it was Charlie.
He was
Brown.
trying to be your buddy.
Yeah, he was really trying to be my buddy. And I got so much hate off of that video from people saying that, oh, that was the chief of police. You should have talked to that guy.
I did the same thing in Palmer. I did the same thing with Palmer. I didn't want to have nothing to do with him. I didn't care what he was. He was wearing a uniform.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was fine.
No, it's just so interesting to me that I got that level of hate with people not even acknowledging the fact that this chief's PD put me in jail for a night based on some bullshit fucking charges that I'm still fighting to this day.
Seriously?
Oh,
Damn.
yeah. Oh, January 9th, I have a pretrial conference, or what should be a pretrial conference, for this Luke Air Force Base case.
Damn.
And
I believe that's the same day News Now Houston's going to be in Pineville.
something about the 21st. Maybe that's a good day for them. I don't know. But it blows my mind. All these people fucking hating on me for saying, oh, you should have talked to the chief. You should have, expressed your thoughts and all this. And
yeah, we all get that.
Part of me wishes I did acknowledge it was the chief, but I'm so used to just these bullshit cops coming up to me that all I heard was Charlie Brown fucking yapping in my ear, asking me where I live and fucking where am I from and all this shit.
Same questions.
It wasn't until I actually watched the video again that I realized that I just met the chief. Calling.
How many times have we? You gotta treat them all like they're corrupt and they're bad cops, because you never know when one you never know when one of them is just playing nice guy. We have seen videos where they're sitting there, they're talking nice to you, and and just being a nice guy. Well, just between just man to man, I'm just curious, and then at the end of it, well, can I get your name? And when you say no, they get all shitty.
Oh yeah.
Well, and part of the reason I have that Charlie Brown fucking thing coming through my ear is because I know it's not in my best interest to talk to these guys. I don't care if it's the fucking chief, if it's the assistant chief. I was approached by the chief and the assistant chief in that encounter after I got out of jail. And I know damn well why they came out to greet me, and it was only because I was arrested at Luke Air Force Base the day before, and I don't care if it's the fucking chief or the lowest fucking person on the totem pole. I know it's not in my best interest to talk to these fucking guys.
Well, you got Charlie Brown. We're here in my town. We have Barney Fife. He stopped me years ago, and I'm sitting there watching him in the rearview mirror walking up to my truck. And my first impression was Barney Fife. I mean, he walked like him. He looked like him. He even acted like him when he came up. To me, that's maybe he didn't. Maybe it was just in my head as far as when he was talking. But my God, I barely could keep it in, laughing at my ass off at him.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have to listen to these guys. You don't have to listen to them, and you sure as fuck don't have to answer any of their questions. It sickens me to this day when I see an auditor who goes on and say, he's being confronted by any given police officer, and he says, "I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right."
And then he keeps talking.
Shut up.
Yeah, and then he just keeps talking and talking and talking.
Shut up.
That one guy, what is it, BAAKO, he was talking. I missed the whole conversation. We was talking about they can stop you for investigation. I don't know of any place that has an investigative detention. You still have to have RS, and I bring this up all the time because it's my pet peeve. If you don't have an investigative detention before RAS, it just doesn't exist.
Nasty Nathaniel had something like that.
And we've seen many videos where they're saying that. No, you.
Hold on, we got multiple people wanting to say.
Okay, I'll shut up and let somebody else jump in.
CPO, please go ahead real quick.
That's what I was trying to explain in the chat to this guy. There's a thing we call cop logic. It's when they do things out of order. They detain you without a lawful reason to do so that they can find out if any crime happened. That's not how it works.
That's not.
They have to have a reasonable suspicion that you are engaged in the crime. They don't have to have proof that you did it. They just have to have a reasonable suspicion that you are engaged in it.
And we'll even have there's videos out there where they're even saying, no, you didn't. There was no crime here. You didn't do anything against the law. But and I'm going to detain you anyway for investigation.
Hold
Here's
on, Roger,
your fucking answer.
Roger, go ahead.
I laugh at that all the time when all the auditors just keep. I will plead fifth because I don't want to talk anymore. Then they just keep yakking. What gets me is the ones where there's two cops. One's talking to you to begin with, then he stops, and the other one starts asking questions. Yep. And they're bouncing you back and forth.
Yep.
And you know something like, sorry, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you because you're the one that started the conversation. I'm not talking to you.
They'll do that to you.
Not to me.
Or they say talk
I mean, like when there's 2 or 3 of us out there, they'll tell the other one, no, I'm talking to this one. So turn it around on them. Do the same with them.
They're playing good. They're playing good cop, bad cop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good cop, bad cop.
Well,
I'll go ahead.
And the extra cop always acts like he doesn't know what's going on. Oh, you didn't tell me. I don't know nothing. I just hate that routine.
You ever notice the sergeants are the worst ones that break the law?
Oh yeah. And how many times have we seen videos where somebody, oh well, good, a sergeant's coming. Well, no, good, a sergeant. That's not good. Because he's the one that taught these assholes.
The females are awful.
Well, the sad part about the sergeants is the sergeants always want to abide by what the lower level cops are telling the sergeant. If those lower level cops are telling the sergeant, oh, this guy is breaking the law, the sergeant has a hard time not backing them.
He has to. He has to cover that blue line.
That's what it is.
That thick-ass blue line.
That thick fucking blue line.
That's one of the reasons I put that video up, because I want to do everything I can to make that blue flag hated.
That Nazi flag?
Liquid THC, what do you think about all this?
He's busy rolling a THC's.
He's sitting there typing. He's typing a THC blunt right now.
Ecstasy's signing off.
This is what this is what he uses for the liquid.
Essay, before you jump out, man, what do you got to say about any of this?
Look at his pipe.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't have a pipe, man, so I can't comment on that.
Well, what do you think about all this fucking shit to where, you know, these low-level fucking police officers are getting justification from the sergeant? So when the sergeant comes up and this little corporal or cadet tells the sergeant, "Oh, this man, he is suspicious activity. We need to get his name and ID."
Uncooperative.
What do you think about these sergeants who are actually backing them up?
Yeah, it's not just the sergeants; it's the training officers too that are with these rookies. And I mean, you've seen them in my videos. We've seen them in David's videos. We've seen them in just about everybody's videos. I mean, look at that Border Patrol video out there at El Paso me and David did. Look how long they try to convince us that our morals weren't right, but we were abiding by the law.
Morals.
Yeah, El Paso needs some more attention.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, it's just a lack of training, man. I mean, if the sergeants are doing wrong, what are their subordinates doing? You know?
Well,
I mean,
is it lack of training, or is it the fact that these sergeants are backing that thin blue line?
Well, it's probably a combination of both, in my opinion.
That's what I think.
No, you got to go higher up.
Yep.
Starts at the head.
Yep.
Well, it starts at the academy.
Yep.
The indoctrination starts there, man.
It's all in the training.
Well said. Well said, S.A. That to me is where it starts, the indoctrination. But you'd like to believe that if these low-end police officers that have just joined the force, they call upon a sergeant, you'd think that the sergeant would educate them on the law versus just backing these young cadets and justifying these young cadets' actions.
That's where it should be, but it ain't going to because they're used to having their way.
But not only that, also the courts are back covering for them.
That's a good point.
Yep.
That's a very good point.
It's designed.
The whole
that
system.
I don't understand that. It's designed that way.
Yes.
The legislation writes laws. The courts sit there and interpret it, and the police are there just to enforce it. It's all one big crime.
See,
machine.
Okay, so now I don't know who to ask this question to first. When people talk about all this money that's being spent coming from the taxpayers, when these police departments have budgets for it, the cities have a budget for it, they have insurance companies to back them. What do you guys say about it coming from taxpayer dollars when you think about the budget and the insurance funds?
Well, even the insurance is coming from the taxpayers. The taxpayers would pay for the insurance.
I'd really like to hear Roger's take on this.
As to which part?
Well, do you think it comes from the taxpayer funds, or do you agree that it's all in the budget and that the insurance funds are part of that budget, to where even if the insurance funds, even if the insurance rates increase, that it's all coming from the fucking taxpayer, or it's all coming from the budget versus the taxpayers?
See, the way the cities do, they come up with a friggin' budget, and somebody just tells them, "Hey, we're pulling numbers out of our butt. Let's see what we're going to budget for." That's what the city does. The police officers go out and generate as much money as they can for the city.
So does it come from the taxpayers, or does it come from a budget?
It's all theft. It's all theft from the taxpayers.
Interesting. I disagree. I think that the fact that they have it in their budget shows that shows me in and of itself that it does not come from the taxpayers.
Where's their budget come from?
Their budget comes from the taxpayers. That budget is made up of taxpayer money.
Yeah.
No, the city of Denver paid over $8 million in lawsuits just last year. Okay, are you telling me
$1 million?
Are you telling me that all came from the taxpayers?
It's going to come out of their taxpayers' money.
Well, even if it's paid for by the insurance is paid for by the taxpayer, and every time they get sued, the insurance rate slowly goes up or quickly goes up. But to me, that doesn't matter whether. I know what you're saying. I know what the debate is with you for that, all right? But I don't care. If it comes from taxpayers, if it comes from insurance, they need to pay, and it needs to be out there that they're having to pay. Those statistics should be out there for two reasons. One, the taxpayer is going to think it's coming from theirs, whether it's coming from insurance or not. That's the way they're going to be perceived. Two is, maybe the taxpayer will get sick and tired of having to pay those exorbitant rates for the insurance as well. And there's another one. If they keep hearing about it, it's going to piss them off.
I'd like to believe that is true. I would love to believe that it is up to the taxpayers, because if it was up to the taxpayers, you would think that the taxpayers would be so fucking so sick and tired of hearing this shit that they would do something about it.
That's part of what we're here for, to get that word out more and more and more.
These juries of sheeple aren't ever gonna fucking stop, man. It's always gonna be juries of sheeple.
Yeah, that's what they said about
People
Vietnam.
won't even look up and see the stripes in the sky.
Well, they said the same thing back in 1776, and something got changed.
Dude, we're in a we're in a new world order kind of government mentality. I hate to say it.
Amen to that.
I'll fucking broadcast that to you all right now. I hate to even have to say that live on the fucking internet or whatever, but we are in a new world order kind of fucking government right now. And
yes, we are.
The United Nations, the International Monetary Fund are perfect examples.
It has nothing to do with the United States, either one.
Dude, the United Nations. What do you got to say about the United Nations?
We don't have anything to do with it. We can
Bullshit. Bullshit. We don't have anything to do with the United Nations.
Out of it anytime we wish. We don't have to be part of it.
Oh, fuck. No, dude, Roger, we are victim to it. You can't travel anywhere around the globe unless you have a passport.
Well, look at Ecstasy's latest video of the Border Patrol. I mean,
yeah.
Where's your papers?
Yeah.
You know, that should be on billboards everywhere. Where's your papers? I don't need freaking papers.
Right.
You know, where's your papers? You work for me.
As a human being, I should be able to travel Mother Earth at my will.
Yep.
But because of this one world order kind of mentality, I need a passport. I need papers. I need documents.
Yep.
To be able to travel Mother Earth as a human fucking being.
Well, look at California. They're following the UN Agenda 2030 plan. California is doing all the stack 'em pack 'em.
Yeah.
Sustainability. That's all the UN.
Well, I did a bunch of podcasts years ago about Agenda 21.
Don't even start to fucking tell me that we aren't under a new world order kind of agenda when I have to have a passport to travel Mother Earth as a human being. There are some countries that cannot come to the U.S. no under any circumstances. And they are human fucking beings. So don't tell me we are not living under a new world order kind of agenda to where we are not restricted to travel when and where we want to unless we have our fucking papers.
Yeah, it's not even travel now. It's getting to it's speech. It's like that one video was posted about smoking in public. I mean, seriously, you can't smoke a cigarette out on the street?
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it goes beyond papers.
That was a city ordinance. It's not a law. It's a policy.
Yeah, I know, but
hold on. Fuck the city ordinances. Fuck municipality ordinances. I'm talking about something bigger, you guys. Fuck.
It's all leading up to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
It starts from there and then it grows.
Exactly. It starts. They're at 100. What is it? 100 miles from the border right now, right?
Yeah.
200, 500, 1,000. Where's it stop?
Right.
Where's the checkpoint stop?
No, the fact that
it's the frog in the warm water.
The fact that
you don't notice the warm water.
The fact that I, as a human being, cannot travel Mother Earth to any great extent that I want to without papers allowing me to travel to those places. Fuck, man. Tell me we're not under fucking a New World Order agenda.
Hey, my grandma would talk about the New World Order in 1964. Can you believe that?
Oh, yeah. I believe it. There's a lot of people that have been awake a long time. I used to do a podcast. We used to talk about it all the time.
When I heard Reagan say that, I got chills down my spine.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard it.
Bush Senior said
Reagan. At least that's the first time
but
I heard it.
But I already knew since I was in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
All right, hey guys, let's give some of these other guys a chance to talk. Stephen Melcher, what do you got to say, man?
Dude.
Well, we're gonna need to stop this pretty soon. I got grandkids coming over here shortly.
Oh, shut up, P&P. Don't try to silence.
Oh, you can keep doing your Zoom. I mean, just gonna have to stop the live part.
Don't try to silence my free speech. Stephen Melcher, you got anything to say? Trying to unmute you. Seems like you keep muting yourself. CPO, do you have anything to say?
No, I'll pass it over to Bunny Boots.
Bunny Boots, do you have anything to say? If Bunny Boots is like having some kind of party, I'm gonna unmute him just so we can. Oh yeah, here's the music. I knew the music was coming from Bunny Boots.
Yeah. Anyway, quick thing: take no axe music, just to fulfill that little requirement. Royalty-free music. Check it out when you want to. Anyway, I have no idea what the hell is going on with this conversation. To be honest.
Oh, go to bed, Bunny Boots. Go to bed, bro. Fuck you. I muted Bunny Boots. First time I've ever had to mute Bunny Boots. I put him in timeout. Moxie.
What's up? Well, I guess I'm about ready to wind down here.
Okay, Richard. Or, I'm sorry, Roger. Roger, rather.
What? What's up?
What do you got to say about all this shit?
It's been fun. I've enjoyed
it. Let's talk about being a fucking human being and wanting to travel the earth, but yet you're restricted to if you don't have papers.
Then get rid of all the borders, become one world. That's the only way that's going to happen. Otherwise, you're going to have borders. It's nationalism.
And then you have the one world order.
Bingo!
Oh, it's just going to get worse, guys. Just wait.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I'm not arguing this point.
It's just going to get worse.
Everybody's going to get chipped.
My ass.
No.
You ain't fucking chipping my ass. I'll tell you that right now.
Not chipping me.
Let me ask you this question for all y'all. How many of y'all have a driver's license?
I think all of us probably do.
I don't.
Not me.
I don't.
I haven't had one in 30 years. How many of y'all have license plates on y'all's cars?
I just had it. I just got pulled over for that shit yesterday or the day before that. Seriously.
Yeah, next time you go on an audit, make sure your front license plate is on the vehicle.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I got a lot of shit for that, so trust me.
And some law on that? Did you actually?
In Alaska, I guess. You know, I haven't had a ticket. I haven't been pulled over in probably 10 years. And I haven't had a plate on neither one of my cars in that amount of time.
Well,
then all of a sudden,
he wasn't doing it for the plate. He was doing it for your ass, and you know.
I know.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is my tail light is cracked. My windshield is spidered, and I'm like, okay, well, if it wasn't the license plate, it would have been. I mean, I live in Alaska.
That reminds me, I got to look up the Texas law on red lights on your stoplight on stoplights on your vehicle if you have to have two or one.
I'm hoping Roger has a bigger point than this because Moxie's talking about not ever getting chipped, yet passports are all chipped now. So,
Roger, credit cards, licenses,
bank cards,
licenses, IDs. You got to scan it now.
Passports.
Well, they're talking about having a passport inside the United States.
They already do. It's called a driver's license.
Driver's license, yep.
This is an upgrade from that.
Well, hold on. See, I'm looking to travel the world, you guys. You guys, keep talking about this domestic level terrorism that we face from this fucking corrupt-ass government. I want to travel the fucking world. And it's so sad that even while traveling the world, you need this chipped passport that, who knows what this chipped passport allows them access to and what they can see about you when you're in any given fucking country. You guys keep talking about the domestic level. I want to travel the world.
Just put that shit in the microwave.
Just to give you a heads up, the passport itself is just part of the treaty systems between nations that allows you to do less paperwork to get into a country. You don't need a passport per se to enter a country if you fill out the right visa paperwork before you go into that country.
Not if you're flying on an airplane. Part of a prerequisite towards getting your airline ticket to enter into another country on any given airline is to provide your passport details.
No. If you have the okay from the country through the proper visa paperwork directly with that country, that will fulfill that requirement also, just to give you that heads up.
Well, okay, so if you want to go to a certain country, you got to fill out more papers and more forms to where I appreciate your point, Bunny Boots, but how fucking sad is that?
Well, the thing is you're requesting to enter another sovereign nation's borders, and they have a right to choose who can come in and out of their borders.
Dude, when's the last time you traveled internationally, Bunny Boots?
Does flying over count, or does actually me having to go across the border itself?
Well, you spending time in any given country.
2011.
Yes, just in the last couple of years.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the problem getting back into the United States, not leaving?
No, actually, the problem is leaving.
Really?
They'll let you go.
I've never done it.
Oh, dude, and to try.
Well, you can leave. You can't get into the country you're going to. And you can't come back.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about renunciation of citizenship now. Let's say that as an American, you want to renounce your citizenship. It used to be $500, and you can renounce your citizenship. They're actually trying to up that to $5,000 to be able to renounce your U.S. citizenship. Why would they do that? The reason being is there are record numbers of people trying to renounce their U.S. citizenship. And so they're going to charge you out the fucking ass for it now. Why? Why?
Well, just leave the country and say screw you. Don't come back.
Yeah, pretty much.
New world order.
The
That's not how it
issue.
works.
The
That's not how it
issue
works.
with that is actually when you live in another outside the United States, you're still liably taxed by the United States government for all your earnings overseas, unless you have a special contract that's directly dealing with government work itself. Because that when you work when you're deployed in the military, if you stay outside of the country for 12 months, that entire duration is untaxed.
Okay, now Bunny Boots, why would there be a record number of people wanting to renounce their citizenship?
It's because people just don't want to deal with the tax part. They have a citizenship already with the country they're residing in, or some sort of residency, and so they're able to go ahead and renounce their citizenship, and it's actually cheaper tax-wise to go about the way they're doing it. If you look at the demographic of people that are renouncing their citizenship, these are not just some Joe Schmo. These are people that usually have a decent amount of income coming into their household.
Well,
but if you want to move to another country and you're going to work there and you're going to earn money there, you don't have to tell the government shit. What are they going to do? Come find you in the middle of Australia someplace or whatever country you decide, say you got to pay me taxes? Well, I'm not coming back. So screw you.
Well, how should I put it? The thing is I'm pretty sure there's some sort of tax regulation in that tax code book that none of us have really fully dived into because the sucker is so damn thick. I'm sure there's something in there they could easily dig up and say, yes, we're going to prosecute you as soon as you step back within the United States territory, or a step in a country that has some sort of whatever it's called, where they're able to expedite you to the back to the home country of where the charges were.
Yeah, I don't think I'd make enough money for them to come after me if I was out in some other country.
Well, what's scary is when you're in another country, particularly in the European Union, you have to not only have your work visa, you have to apply for a job, and that any given country you're in has to post a job listing in their local newspaper for I believe it's 2 or 3 weeks. And if none of the locals respond to that job offering in that local listing, then you can actually be contacted and get that job. But it's all documented. It's all on the books. There's no escaping it unless you go to a country like Nicaragua or maybe Costa Rica, and they are more of a lawless sovereign nation kind of thing, to where they're not so worried about abiding by the government's rules and the government's bullshit. To try to do that anywhere in the EU is a hard fucking task. I've been there. I've done it. To tell me I'm wrong, go there and try it.
Were you there before it became the EU or after?
Oh, I was there after the EU. I was there 2 years ago.
The difference is before then, there was no EU. There was no one solid mass.
Exactly.
Every country was different, just like going from the United States to Mexico. You can move there, you can work there, whatever. It's just each country separate. But when you start talking about the EU, the European Union, it's completely different. There's another layer of bullshit.
Who is behind the EU?
The banks.
It's
banks.
New World. The United Nations.
The banks.
The United Nations, the International Monetary Fund. They all tie
The
together.
banks.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I'm going to jump in and say goodnight. It's been fun.
Fuck you, Moxie. You ain't going nowhere.
Good night, Moxie. Don't pay attention to silent.
It was good chatting with you.
Yeah, it's been great. I'll see y'all again.
He gets kind of
Good night.
when
Happy
he
New
had
Year.
enough sleep.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Now, my grandkids are here, so I'm going.
Oh, fuck you too.
Your Zoom call will still keep going. It's just not going to be live.
Right.
All right, everybody. We'll see y'all later. Good to
Later,
see all of y'all
people.
here and all
Yes,
y'all in the
Happy
chat.
New Year, man.
Thanks. You too. Everybody have a good one.
Stay safe.
Later.